Welcome, everybody. This is Word on the Street, a monthly event. We try to do third Wednesday of the month, and we try to bring art and poetry and music to the street for free. We'll start off with a little poetry. How does that sound? And I'll do a piece, and then Diego maybe could come up and share something. Happenstance in Wonderland, tap dancing upon glowing sands, nothing to doubt or understand what seemed unreal now close at hand. We'll learn and grow to live life right now, laughing out loud at growing old as the waves push us forth, watching the sea put on a show. There is mist in the streets, cocktails and drinks with friends such as these. No reason to fear. Get lost here with me. Admission is free. Share joy, peace, and kind, and follow the signs as the tides rest to rise, as the finches they fly, as we all met as one, connecting the dots where neighbors are nice and the sun shines so bright. There's a rainbow there rising, a pot of gold waiting on a street named Horizon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Me and my friends always do trips down to Mexico, and so it's always a very special love that we share when we go there. So I wrote this one about that. As words slowly fall out my dreary mouth into the grounds of wood and sand, my friend's eyes light up with gleaming delight, wondering, where did the clock's hand wander to? Liquids flowing into the glasses as musical romances fester and blossom into the night. Stumbling into a bush, I find myself with a thin cigar of herbs hanging on to its last embers, lighting my path. As I walk into the entrance of the ocean, I lay my back across the thousands of tiny rocks and stare wildly and blindly into the abyss. One more hit from my herbs, and the leaf crumbles into the wind. As my thoughts slow to a beautiful, calm stop, I feel my breath once again. Its presence, much like the wind, is all too often taken for granted. Forgetting how to think, I wander into my mind. Slowly, my eyes close as the tides escape the moon. So that's that one. Thank you. Let's see. This is called Hunk of Junk, which is inspired by a car crash. Well, I've been in a couple car crashes, but I've T-boned on the PCH isn't a fun time, especially when a Porsche hits you. So this is kind of inspired this poem. Sipping on my final remnants of beer, I clutch my gear. First, then second. My machine is dirty and old. I lay wrapped in metal, surrounded by sound. Zooming wildly through the streets, I know not where to go. Pico, Broadway, Wilshire, Lincoln. I hit the PCH and am greeted by the neon lights. My fellow brethren, wrapped in metal and surrounded by sound, flying past one another without a single thought. I vainly hope to hear the sirens of authority and the lights of justice. I fantasize the pleasures of adrenaline, madly dashing street to street with Los Angeles' finest in hot pursuit. Sometimes I pause my blaring music to hear the sounds of the road, muffled and fast. $4 a gallon and I'll soon need gas. Mad men on this highway turn quickly to dead men. Two hunks of metal cast into the junkyard already, yet my tires flow steady. Rubber and concrete, blood and meat, broken glass in crumbles of teeth. That's junk of metal. So this is there's this big beautiful tree in my neighbor's yard that towers over the fence and just totally dominates the landscape. So every time I look out my backyard, I see that big tree, and it's years old, decades old, really. So I wrote this about the tree called City Tree. A tree in the city. Yes, that's me, growing free yet surrounded by fencing. If my branches grow too wildly long, they will cut me down back to size to make sure I'm not too strong. The local squirrels and birds sit on my branches, singing songs and doing dances. For years I sit watching over the same old sky as people around me love and cry. Oh, how I wish I had legs to travel the world. Why, I'd jump right up and begin to twirl. I travel far and wide among the great outside, and laughter would erupt from me with nothing to hide. I'd sail the seas and conquer the sky, climb the mountains that sit so high. But alas, I'm only a tree, sitting in this yard in a city. Thank you, guys. Beautiful audience. Let's have it for everybody else that's coming up. Thanks for having me, Jacob.
My friend Giti is here, and a lot of other beautiful friends that I've met recently. But I'll dedicate this to them and to all of you. And it's called Smile, and it's one of my favorite poems. Your smile is worth 1,000 words, like a picture taken, and in time it froze, of a garden containing just a single rose, so rare and pretty that only one could grow in a palace made of solid gold out of the greatest story ever told. Your smile makes me want to sing, rock every bell so they can ring. It makes me feel as if I have wings, not scared to embrace what life might bring. Your smile is lightning in a bottle stored. It is an entire song out of a single chord. It is my poem, word by word, etched in your mind and forever stored. Your smile is as pure as the day you're born. It is like jewelry on your face adorned. It is life the second it was formed. It is my shelter when it is dark and cold. Your smile is freedom from the rules. It is life as you want it and the way you choose. A sign proving that you could never lose. It is joy and tears, laughter and blues. Your smile is all that I want to see. It's glow radiating down on me. It is a life source of energy, a borderless land of liberty, guiding you where you need to be. Your smile is a renaissance. It is an untapped well of innocence, a potion of seductive charm mixed with youthful resilience. It is the final light at the end of dusk, majestic hues and fairy dust in a world filled with lies. Within your smile is where I trust. It is a priceless work of art. It is without any cost. In your smile, let me get lost. Let it carry me and set me free from ear to ear eternally. Your smile is like Peter Pan flying high above Neverland. It is airplanes made out of sand, fantasies and childhood dreams. No one but us will understand. Your smile is where the answers lie. Within its gates, that's where you will find a single rose, fierce and bold, with a fragrance of its own, filled with nostalgic thoughts when alone. May your smile carry you and bring you home. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Um, Thanks everyone for coming and thanks for this space, Jacob. This song is like about when someone apologizes to you, but you kind of can tell that they don't really mean it. And it's a little bullshit. Okay. Your apologies are a way to keep me quiet. You never bleed like you say you do. You should really try to feel things that you say you do. People say the darndest things when they don't really mean it. You'll hear it if you listen closely, the lies they are concealing. 'Cause your sorry sound like shut up. An empty apology just means hush. 'Cause your sorry sound like shut up. I think I heard enough. Yeah, you expect me to believe you when all you do is yeah. Well, I'm just not gonna buy it. Your apology and me are tired, so give it a rest with this bullshit. You used to sound so sincere. Now you're just a broken record I don't wanna hear. You used to sound so nice. Now I hear them as lies. You used to sound so sincere. Now you're just a broken record I don't want to hear. Thanks, guys. Now Vivian.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Vivian. This is Lauren. We're gonna play a song I wrote. This is my first time playing in public, and I don't know how long, and our first time playing together. So let's see how this goes. Woo. That start. 1, 2, 3. I brought you over to waste all your time. Something, just blab on in rhymes. Everything you do now is a crime. You're sugar-coated, but I prefer lime. So plug it into Google Maps and go. Just get lost on Apple Maps and go. You came over to waste all my time. I'd rather sit in silence and make rhymes. Everything I do now is a crime. Thank you, everybody.
I'm the Allie that Jacob called in for the last poetry night. By the way, I don't know if anyone was here for that. But yes, all about the funness, but my poems not so much. So first one, this one's called Mindfuck. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right. Yeah. I think I might hate you, but you're not just a you. You're all of the you that didn't realize I am a me. Not just any me, a special me, a significant me, a me you're lucky to be next to. I'm not just one of them. I'm not just that she or some her. I am a me, this one and only me. I wish you'd open your eyes, be present by my side, indulge in a fleeting moment of us, and let it be enough to stop your wandering thoughts of the next her. But that was us then, and us not enough for this now. Loneliness takes the stage with a confident bow, so I try filling the void by seeking one of the you as a quick fix of any body next to my body, and pretend you're not a me either. I play the game, carefully, carelessly, extract my me, my soul, my light from my body and place it in a tower, far away from my heart, high above clouds of feelings. It knows the route too well, though. It escapes captivity. My soul always finds its way back to this body, back to these eyes, and pries them open, forcing me to see, though fuzzy at first, and then clear as day. There you are, a me, and I've just become yet another them. I can't hide from my truth, no matter my denial. My real desire is to find the you, the real you, that's been waiting for me and only this me. Thank you. I'm gonna do one more. Wyatt's my biggest fan. Oh, and I should preface that I'm not one to normally write poetry, but Jacob challenged a bunch of us a few weeks ago to write a poem a day. And ever since he did that, I feel like I'm thinking in poetry these days. So everyone should try that. This one is about my mom and how much we love each other, but also have just been really struggling at odds with each other in the last 2 years or so. So, first comes defeat, my heart skips a beat, and then I retreat. Tears stream down my face, yours at the same pace, unrelenting waterfalls where mist enthralls, grief like vapor, fleeting fog that tapers, hit with rays from above, words of light and love, evaporating up high but stored in the sky, like dark stormy clouds filled with thunderous shrouds of emotional moments and attempts of atonement. Pretending to understand, hoping it's not all a scam. I don't want us to cry, let's photosynthesize, pretend we can be saved and stop feeling betrayed. Through endless solar power, turn seeds of doubt into flowers, a meadow of colors so bright where there's no black or white, and our knees may get scuffed, but our beating hearts are enough. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Okay, fine. I'm nervous. Okay, since I'm here in person, I'm gonna read the homesick one about our street as well. Okay, it's a quick one. I'm homesick, but not for a place with coordinates on a map, with a door to knock on or a fence to climb. I'm homesick, but not for a house on a tree-lined street with salty sea air and chirping birds. I'm homesick for the fleeting, soul-feeding moments that have lived and left here. I'm homesick for the alternate universe we found and pioneered, not in outer space, but outside our doors. I'm homesick for the memories of strangers, neighbors who became home, who live in light-filled houses now in my heart and my soul. Thank you.
And it's a little scary, so it's a little out of season. It was late in the fall of fall. The trees were empty, but the moon was full. I was walking in the dead of night. I heard his house a scratch scab. Scar was there, but now I got sharp teeth and really long hair, 'cause I'm the wolf man. 'Cause I'm the wolf man. You may be safe in the light of day, but when that sun finally rolls away, I'll be the predator, you'll be my prey, 'cause I'm half man, half beast with sharp teeth. Man, woman, child, doesn't matter in the least, 'cause I will tear you open and have my feast. I'm the wolf man. 'Cause I'm the wolf man. Oh, yeah. I hope you don't think you can be half the monster that I am, because my disease I cannot spread, so your ass is as good as dead, 'cause I'm the wolf man. 'Cause I'm the wolf man. Is there time for another one, or should we? This one I'm kind of still working on. It's a song that I wrote a long time ago, but I never played. Somebody else played it, but I think I can handle it myself now. It's from the point of view of an NPC from a video game. He works at a store. You know, I don't know if you know what it's a non-player controlled character, and he works at a store and he spends all his time there, but they got a backstory too. I chase spiders to spider holes. I fought frost giants, I fought frost trolls. I stood up to the Imperials. I killed the dragons with the Elder Scrolls. Well, it's rougher than the other one. So an adventurer comes in one day and he's like, oh, can I interest you in having a potion or perhaps an elixir? It looks like you could swing a sword. And the adventurer says, well, don't you use any of these things? And he says, oh, me? No. I used to be an adventurer, but then well, let me tell you the story. I grew up in Daggerfall until I heard Destiny's call. Packed my stuff and left for Skyrim, but ended up in Helgen with my neck resting in a guillotine. The end of me, it would seem, but then again no one could foresee. That's not how adventure was stolen from me. I went to the College of Winterhold and paid my own way with the gold I earned working for the Thieves Guild. Uh-oh, hold on. So he didn't realize I had to study. Like, you don't become an adventurer just by, going out with a sword. You gotta study that shit. And if you want to do magic, don't do it without an education or you're gonna have that blow up in your face. Long ago I was enrolled in the College of Winterhold, and I paid my own way with the gold I earned working in the Thieves Guild, but I didn't end up with a degree. I had to drop out of school early when adventure was stolen from me. When I took an arrow to the knee, 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 and adventure was stolen from me. I chased spiders to spider holes, I fought frost giants and I fought frost trolls. I stood up to the Imperials and I killed the dragons with the Elder Scrolls. So wild and free, I used to wander aimlessly until adventure was stolen from me. I took an arrow to the knee. 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 Thank you guys.
Here's Raz, everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody. I have 3 poems for you today. This first one's called Hell of a Summer. I wrote it about 2 years ago. It's what I would say to a friend if they asked me how my summertime was. When I was a child, I had this theory that the sky was a painting, just a background. Too good to be true. Now I face the view with increased attention and look at all the places I pass as I drive fast to get home. A home that houses a family that's no longer normally nuclear because my dad is gone now. And he, or should I say the lack of him, is the reason that I visit what's left of my family every weekend. And these thoughts that rush to me as I try to sleep, and this dreadful feeling that nothing out there is waiting for me. So I decide to sleep in for a little while longer before I face the world with a facade that I'm stronger. And another reason to procrastinate the visit, I can't even enjoy Stronger by Kanye on my speakers in my room anymore. Ever since our new next door neighbors moved in, evangelically conservative as ever, a blessing my dad never got to meet them. Anyway, I quickly discovered that when I use my speakers, my dad's old speakers, at anything more than 33% of max volume, a fist pounds through the apartment wall promptly 5 times every time with a fury that could rival the fire and brimstone of their God. God, I can't even use my speakers at night anymore for fear of an aggressive pounding. A positive thing that's come out of it, though, is that I've learned Morse code. And by that, I mean I've learned how to spell C-U-N-T via a sequence of knocks. So that I can retaliate in my own petty secrecy. And you bet your ass I knock back every time now. But yeah, that's another shitty side effect of being back at home. And during the drive there, I think so much. It's always midway through the weekend because I still want to enjoy at least half of it in the best town in the world to spend a Friday in. So fresh in my mind is the early weekend sin as I spin 4 wheels at 4,000 revolutions to the min, an action caused by the press of my foot. And I think about all the other butterfly effects that have taken me to strange places. Like that one day in math class this summer when I sat next to this girl who I, to this day, think is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen, and she became the most beautiful girl I've ever known, and finally the most beautiful girl who's ever broken my heart. From the start I was sketched out. She was the sky to me. Too good to be true, because back when she told me she liked me, I asked her to clarify her words, because I couldn't believe what was in front of me. I verbatim replied, "In what way?" Because I'm falling to the classic blunder of not understanding your words. Verbatim, I can say that because I literally wrote down the conversation after it happened. Similar to how I still have the notes we passed in section, still holding on to notes like I hold on to hope that maybe one day things will work out, and in the future, far after that happens, I can bust them out in poetic fashion, like in those cute extra gum commercials. The entire reality of my summer was extra. If I could summarize it in one word, it would be hyper-real, not to be confused with surreal. Surreal is when things seem obviously untrue, like you don't see melting clocks in your everyday view, but hyper-real is like exaggerated truth, simultaneously that and somewhere between too good to be true, too bad to be true, and too much to be false. Exaggerated realness. You wouldn't understand unless you ever feel this. It was such a peculiar feeling. Every day felt like a play, and every night was so fun to write, regardless of whether the ride was shooting up or crashing down. Cascading frowns, I eventually got sick of the theatrics. After my friend just said I must be into how hyper-poetic everything's been, I literally said to him, "I'm so done with this that my pen is dry." And I really liked that line, so I put it into my phone's notes app, and I thought it was ironic when I realized that what the sentence looked like when there is no space between the word pen and the word is. and how the phrase low-key still stood. But Dick's jokes aside, I'm getting shafted by life, non-consensually and dry. And there's no positive conclusion to the story or any cool takeaway that I can provide. I just wanted to catch up with you and say that though temps weren't even that high, I had one hell of a summertime. Thanks, guys. This one's about getting ink done. It's called Cool Tattoo. I have this cool tattoo up on my neck, purple center with a bit of red, and the subway. It turns some heads. I like to think it gives respect. I refuse to wear a turtleneck. I must show off this bit of red. It shows my value as a person, that I am loved and capable of loving, even if the elderly find it disgusting. On the topic of love, while we're discussing, why must it be so draining and sucking? Why new nightly lovers, one for many we choose, increase the frequency to desensitize the bruise. I've got another tattoo. I'm not a prude. Walking around fuchsia-necked, I've got shit to prove. This one's purple. The first turned pink as I've aged. Might have to cover it up if I want any luck on my next date. One more for you guys. This one's about like love, I guess, like in the shitty internet age. It's called Love Limited by Bandwidth. Couldn't do the distance, so we faced our time running out over FaceTime. But my internet was so slow. We were breaking up while breaking up. My voice was breaking up as I watched tears down your pixelated face, wondering how far from live we are. Was that just now, or were the visuals long delayed? Saying sad sentences and waiting for your face to change. I couldn't ask you to repeat yourself. I thought it would change our crying mood in an awkward way. But now I think, what if those words that got cut off, the ones I'll never hear, what if those would have made the difference? I don't know what the difference would have even been, but it makes me spin faster than my shitty broadband as I try to sleep on nights where I contemplate if I'll ever see you again. I want you to be happy without me, but I don't know if I want the same for myself, to be without you or to be happy. I'm sad. I'd rather be sad with you, but we're miles and mountains apart, and these satellites affect my emotions far too much. If we just had more speed, if we had more time, if we were truly closer together, if we were interconnected like we were once and not just weakly internet connected, if we could just close the close distance, maybe we could.
So this is Johan, the manager, and
I'm no manager, I'm the father.
the father.
That's a manager too.
Layla, what are you gonna sing for us tonight?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna sing a song I wrote myself. It's called Through the Sky.
Big hand.
This song is dedicated to Junior, Caesar's dog, that left us today, and it breaks my heart to say it. I just want to hear you say just a couple hours today out in the midnight parade. I just want to hear you say just a couple hours today. Just say you'll stay through the just wanna hear you say just a couple of words a day, even when you're feeling gray. I just wanna hear you say just a couple of words today. I wanna see your rain through the sky over the rainbow. Oh yeah, through the sky over the rainbow. Oh yeah, through the ready to fly, ready to fly, ready to fly, 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 Thank you, everybody, and a special thanks to Jacob.
Howdy, folks. So this is something quite a bit different. This is not a poem. It's not a song. It's an anecdote. And this happened to me about 15 to 18 years ago, and actually kind of ties in very well with what we just heard because it's about my cat. And my erstwhile cat, I should say. This cat is no longer with us. And could you turn that down just a hair? We're feeding back just a little bit. Thank you, sir. Anyway, I wrote this in an email to somebody because the whole thing just completely freaked me out. And it was about me taking my cat to the vet. So so this happened in Brooklyn, New York. I lived in Brooklyn, New York for 25 years. Moved out here about 10 years ago and met Jacob amongst many other fantastic people downtown. And so just to try to give you a little context. So I was writing this as an email to somebody else. So if something doesn't make sense, just hang with it, and you'll get the sense of it. Okay. And now this part of the letter I sent back to him about Buster's health problems. Buster is the cat. The story begins, terribly sorry that it's taken me so long to respond to your wonderful email. Things have been really quite crazy since the end of the last year. Praise be to the good Lordy bejesus. And Buster has been ill. And for a while, I thought it would be terminal. But he seems to be coming out of it, about which I'm very happy. In the process of dealing with him and the doctor, a number of things have happened that seem to have tickled various friends' rather sadistic funny bones. Since I know your sense of humor, I will relate a tale or two to you. It all started last August when I took the beast to the doctor because of an advanced gingivitis, his second case of it, where the plan was to extract the rest of his teeth, leaving him to eat kitty porridge for the rest of this particular life out of his allotted 9. Now, as you know, because he went to San Diego with us, he's spent I took him on a business trip, if you can believe that, to San Diego for 6 weeks. It's a very strange experience. But I recommend taking your cat on a business trip. It was very cool, actually. As you know, because we went to San Diego with us, he has in the past, I repeat, in the past, been okay with the concept of travel and going out of the house and leaving his comfort zone, etc. Well, age, as we all know, changes many things, even for a cat. And in the process of taking Buster to the doctor for this visit, he decided that he was no longer willing to go to A, go out of the house, or B, leave his comfort zone. I did get him out of the house, but I paid a heavy price. I always put the cat carrier out the night before I take him anywhere so that he can kind of warm up to the idea that he might be going somewhere in the future. And I did this the night before the doctor visit. This way, he's never really sure when I'm going to grab him and put him in the carrier. So after an initial period of hiding under the bed, after having glimpsed the carrier, he reemerges to go about his regular routine, thinking that all was a bluff of some sort. Then, when he least expects it, I grab him and deposit him in the box. He always seems a bit too surprised by my sudden move to object very much until he's in the box and it's too late. Well, it worked, as it always does, and I headed out of the house and put him in the car. But this time, he had a counterattack in mind that I hadn't anticipated. We started driving towards the animal hospital when all of a sudden, it became very apparent that he had done something in the carrier. He had never done this particular something in the carrier before, and I was quite surprised and dismayed. But there was nothing to do except to roll down the windows and continue on to the doctor and deal with it there. From this point, things went downhill. Buster, for some strange reason, seemed to object to being stuck in a box with his latest creation, and proceeded to go berserk, scratching and clawing like a crazed banshee and caterwauling as though it was all my fault. I was not impressed with his objections to his predicament, as it was very clear that he brought it on himself. However, because I showed no sympathy for his plight, he proceeded to roll around in the cat carrier and its contents. By the time I got him to the doctor, he was covered head to tail in cat shit. He had literally changed color. The veterinary students at the hospital were charged with cleaning him up and changing him back to his normal hue. And I have to say that after the bath, he smelled better than he had in years. So maybe this was a good thing? The veterinary students, I suppose I shouldn't have been surprised, gave me dirty looks when returning him to me. The upshot of the incident was that the doctor did a bunch of tests and determined that she couldn't do the dental work because Buster's insulin level, he's diabetic, did I mention that? I gave him insulin injections twice a day for 6 years. Wasn't properly regulated. She sent us home telling me to give him a bit more insulin twice a day than I had given him before. And in a couple of months, we'd be able to do the dental work. A few months went by and I was really busy, and so I didn't get around to making an appointment for him until the beginning of the new year, when at that point I couldn't scratch his jaws anymore because it hurt him so much. I felt really bad about this and finally got my act together to get him to the doctor. I didn't think it was possible for a more bizarre incident to occur than what had already happened on the way to the doctor before, but I have since revised my thinking, and now I'm finally prepared for anything when taking Buster to the vet, I think. It is now mid-January, and the medical kitty saga, and I'm in our medical kitty saga, and I'm plotting a way to get Buster into the carrier, out of the house, into the doctor without a poop incident. So I inflict a fast upon him the night before going to the doctor, thinking this would solve the potential problem. I was outsmarted by a domestic animal. He saved it up. Once again, when we were en route to said healer, Buster let loose. The car windows were opened. I held my nose with one hand, steered the car with the other, and shifted gears with a third. Buster went into his death roll and summarily changed colors. It went downhill from there. I found a parking place about a block from the vet and began walking towards the clinic with a cat carrier held at arm's length because of my odiferous feline. My cat carrier, I've since bought a new one, was about 30 years old and not in very good repair. I have over the years used it to haul audio equipment and cabling to various gigs. And I think that it took its toll because all of a sudden, without warning, the latches of the cat carrier gave way. The bottom of the carrier dropped out, hanging only by a hinge, and my poor beast was dumped onto the cold, cold sidewalk. I was as surprised as he was, but before I could gather my wits, Buster took off. As I knew which direction, as if he knew which direction the vet was in. I dropped the carrier and started running after him, thinking, keep him away from the street, keep him away from the street. Buster ran along the perimeter of the buildings, partially because he was scared to death of any open space, and partially because I was angling him in that direction. I was running stooped over as fast as I could, trying to grab any piece of him I could reach. At the time, I could run pretty fast, but running while in a crouched position trying to catch a shit-covered cat cuts my speed by a factor of 10. I like to think that anybody would have been slowed down by these circumstances, but I probably flatter myself. While swearing a blue streak at the top of my lungs, finally, after what seemed like hours, I caught up with him and grabbed the only thing that was within my grasp, his tail. And things went downhill from there. Have you ever grabbed a shit-covered cat by the tail? I have. And it slipped through my hands. Why? Because it was covered with shit. You see, shit is slippery. As I now know, and it makes whatever is covered with it hard to grab. So now I'm running down the street, swearing my head off at the top of my lungs, chasing a shit-covered cat with my hands which are covered with cat shit. And it went downhill from there. Buster got to the end of the block and seeing the row of parked cars there made an abrupt about face. I guess he figured that the parked cars were even more scary than the vet, and given the choice between the two evils, he chose the vet. I did my best to follow, but as I turned to give chase, I stepped on a patch of ice. This was the middle of winter, sorry. Slipped on a patch of ice and went down on one knee. I didn't think too much about it in the moment. All I could think about was catching him before he ran into the traffic. I got up and kept running. He was now running back in the direction from whence he had come, towards the now cat-empty but shit-filled cat carrier that was lying prone on the sidewalk a block away. I was really scared and therefore picked up speed and caught up with him about 20 yards before he reached the cat carrier. Have you ever had a dream when you're running from something or towards something, but the faster you run, the slower you actually move? It was like that. I was so close to grabbing this tail, but it was just out of reach. Thankfully, we came upon...
I'll share a quick something, and then Jason and Tamba could go. Should we do, Tim, what do you think, the downtown poem? Is that okay? Should we do a little downtown thing? Let me see if I could find it. What is it? Yeah. Maybe not. Yeah. These two men are special men. They are, I can't even say this past year, getting to know them and hearing their music is just been such an inspiration to me. My own rhythm in writing has improved just being around them and jamming with them. They're here from the Congo, representing Africa. Mr. Mermans, Mofaya, Mosango, Jason Tamba. Ladies and gentlemen, these are world-class musicians. They tour the world, and they're here for us tonight on Horizon. So it's a special treat. Please join me in giving them a big hand, a big welcome. Yeah. Mofaya, Captain Congo, Jason Tamba. Yes, sir. It's also Merman's birthday in a few days. Is it? Real quick, happy birthday. What do you guys think? Happy birthday. You guys ready on 3? You guys gonna join me? Everybody in? On 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Merman. Happy birthday to you.
thank you, thank you, thank you,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you so much. I'm gonna be 10 years old. Thank you so much.
Before I forget, let me just tell both these men I love you very much, and I'm really happy to be your friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jaco. Are you ready? I'm always happy. I like what Jacob does all the time. He starts his song on C and finishes it on maybe B. So beautiful. So I'm gonna play. The first song is gonna be one of my songs, and it's on my new album coming. Let's check it out. The song is called Come By Me. Alla sana, sala sana, sola sana, come by me. Comment ça va, main dans la main, c'est mon combat. Makungi matatu mama simba nganzungu mumbazwe mbangame. Combat me. Combat me. Kufila kaniko makuku matatu malamba Kongo. Combat me. Fumuntaku yenen panzu nankakanzinga bakulu betu. Malongi mauto masimbini na ngakunyame muntimaku. Kinzambi mayasu neki mayala. Fuwele kwaku mundiamwe, mundiamwe. Malongi makulu sisi na bana bakwe, mundiamwe. Twidi bapangi, metu sangane. Come by me. Come by me. Mbasi vowele kwaku mundiamwe, mundiamwe. Malongi makulu sisi la bana bakwe, mundiamwe. Twidi bapangi, metu sangane. Come by me, come by me, come by me. Come by me, come by me, come by me.
kundambila loko, nani kundambila lokolo, nani kundambila lo. Nani kundambila loko, nani kundambila lokolo, nani kundambila lo. Come by me, eh, come by me, eh, come by me. Come by me, eh, come by me, eh, come by me. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for the round of applause. This next one, it's one of our tradition. We're from Congo, and we're gonna give you some Congolese rumba.
Feel free to get up and dance. It's a nice dance form. I'll clean it up.
And this one is called Mari. Nani ya kokote langa yo bandeko. Nazali na kamarade, bangonyo so babada oh babada.
Kai Mario, Banda Canada Konanga, Bibali se abino, Bako yaka kobenanga, Bayebi kena mutemago, Bako yako liate, Bibali peki toko bobe, Nini na tikaye, Mute boko pesanga, Upesaka mi bani mabilo. Bayebi kena motemago batikaka koyaka na butu kobetela ngai porte na fungola mama
Woman, 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 woman.
Oh Maria Teresa, Benga Susana, Boya Tubina Rumba, Cha Cha Cha. Oh. Kamanga ina malinga, nege bakulutu, babina kana tambo ya lipanda. Oh Maria Teresa, Benga Susana, Boya Tubina Rumba, Cha Cha Cha. Oh. Kamanga ina malinga, nege bakulutu, babina kana tambo ya lipanda. Ngai Mario, navanda kananda konanga, ibali pe ya kidogo, bako ya kako benanga, bayebike nga mukembabo, bango ya kolia te, ibali pe kitoko bobe, dibidi na tika ye, futi mo kupesanga, kupesanga mibali na bidoro. Baebike nga motembaro batikaka koyaka na mutu kobetela ngai porte na fugola batikaka koyaka na mutu kobetela ngai porte na fugola batikaka koyaka na mutu kobetela Everybody feel all right? Everybody feel all right? Okay. Don't worry about the deal. Every little thing is gonna be all right. See, don't worry about the deal. Every little thing is gonna be all right. Woke up this morning, my baby rising sun. Through little mud, sit my mother's steps, singing sweet songs, melodies feel right through. Say, yeah, this is my message to you. Singing out worry about the day. Every little thing gonna be alright. Singing out worry about the day. Every little thing gonna be alright. I woke up this morning, smiling the rising sun. Through little mud, sit by my doorsteps, singing sweet songs, melodies feel true. Say yeah, this is my message to you. Singing on water, round the day. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing on water, round the day. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Everybody feel alright? Everybody feel alright? Everybody feel alright? Yo, sing the song. Yo, sing the song. Why yo yo yo? Why yo yo? Why yo yo yo? Why yo yo? Why yo yo yo? Why yo yo yo? Why yo yo yo? Why yo yo? I woke up this morning, smiling the rising sun. Through little boat, sit by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, sing, melodies pure and true. Sing. This is my message to you. Singing on board about the day. Every little thing be alright. Singing on board about the day. Every little thing gonna be alright. One more time. Singing on board about the day. Every little thing is gonna be alright. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, they're about to get off. If you guys want one more, clap it really loud. I don't want to keep you guys, but. Uno más from Otra.
Na 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 na. Talking about you and me, oh, the games people play. Na 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 na. Talking about you and me, oh, the games people play. Oh, the games people play now, every night and every day now. And never meaning what them say, oh, never say what them mean. First you wonder where your hours in your concrete towers. Soon you'll be covered up in flowers in the back of a black limousine. People walking up to you, singing glory, hallelujah. Don't the strike singing to you, oh, oh, in the name of the Lord. Na 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 na. Talking about you and me, yeah, and the drums people play. Na 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 na. Talking about you and me, oh, and the games people play. Whoa, 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 whoa. All the games people play now, every night and every day now. Never meaning what them say, yeah, never stay what them mean. Tell the teacher how to meditate. Read your horoscope and change your fate. I felt them on to run with it. Come on, and give me some more. Na 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 na. Talking about you and me, the games people play. Na 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 na. Talking about you and me, oh, the games people play. First to giving up your sanity, turn your back on humanity, yo. Then you don't give a damn, damn, damn. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Na 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 na. Talking about you and me, oh, the games people play. You and me, talking about you and me, talking about you and me, oh, the games people play. Talking about you and me, oh, the games people play. people play.
Thank you. And some more poetry. What do I ask for, you ask? What do I need? If you would like to know, it is simple and pure. Yes, my friends, it's true. I yearn for love. Now, don't get it twisted. This is not one of those mushy love poems. No, not that. Baseless, surface, text message, pointless, senseless. That's not what I'm talking about. No, you can't post about it. You must be about it. I mean, you have to take that. You know what I'm talking about. Take all of that, hold it right here in your heart. You got me? Take all of it, hold it right here, and give it all away for free. Give it to everyone, every single being you see, because we can all speak of equality, post some hashtags about racial disparities, say which lives based on skin tones matter more, and that this person is guilty or just. Take all that nonsensical, good and bad, all that this, that, them, they, pretending to care crap. You can throw all that in the trash because none of our opinions matter. Because you have to feel that shit. All of it at your core. You all feel me? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm asking you. I want you with the same passion for gender and racial equality, with the same disgust at police brutality, with that staunch support and political identity, with all that dualistic, toxic, low frequency, vibrating, dark mind matter garbage that they feed us on the news. Take all that rage and fashion, that heartbreak for that person who you thought might be the one who didn't call you the next day. Take all of it and turn it into love. You want to know how? It's easy. Be kind. You want justice? Be kind. You want peace on earth? Be kind. You want to end economic disparities? Be kind. You want your ethical ideals to be achieved? Be kind. You want all the stuff you dream of? Be kind. Be kind to Republicans, Democrats, aristocrats, autocrats, black cats, white cats, to the bald-headed with top hats. All that. Be kind. Today, tomorrow, forever, be kind. Be kind to your neighbor, your neighbor's neighbor, and all their neighbors, since a neighborhood is a sum of all its parts. You, us, them, and I, a reflection of either those who are angry or those who are nice. Choose the right, be kind. That, my neighbors, is love. For kindness is an action, and as my man, the Baal Shem Tov, said, and what is love if not a creative act in which two beings form into a single consciousness, sacred and healed 1,000 times? Be kind. You might not always love being kind, but in it you will find love. And by sharing it through kind acts and deeds, you will spread love. This isn't a mushy, let me find her, everything is gonna be okay, kumbaya kind of rhyme. Heaven is earth, believe it. Find it right here. And if we listen, we will all be in love. We won't fall for it, we will rise to it. Thank you. I love you. The world needs us. We don't need a revolution. We need an evolution. And we need to rise up and do right and be creative. Creativity puts you on the same level as God. Don't let any of the bullshit they tell you fool you. All the racial stuff they feed us to divide us, it's all bullshit. Black people, white people, there's no white guilt, there's no black guilt, it's all nonsense. LA has proved it. We coexist here, we love each other. All the female stuff they feed you, let me tell you women, I love you guys. A woman can take a fucking tadpole and turn it into a baby. Don't ever let them tell you you're less than or you need to overcome something. You are everything. You have all the power, and they know that, and they've tried to hold you down. It's bullshit, all the stuff they feed us. We need to love each other. We need to get together. We need to perform together. Control your creativity. They could never take that from you. Keep creating, and together we will all find everything we want, and we will be heaven is earth. That's what I said earlier. If all we need to do is get together and share it, that's it. It's that simple. Alan Watts said, space is heaven and the earth is a spaceship. So let's ride it and have fun. Thank you for coming. I love you. Thank you. Thank you to our neighbors, to Block, to Sylvia, Justine, everyone else. I'll stop talking now. Wyatt, would you like to do a poem? And then we'll have Matt and Sophia, and we'll see where we are on time. Thank you so much. Wyatt, don't be quiet.
All right, I got a poem about old love and new love. This is called The Sprinklers Outside My Dorm. How are you? Rowdy in the night as I stumble up the sidewalk with nicotine-laced steam on my breath and laughter at the thought of my shoes filled with puke and piss. While you wonder who I brought home tonight, as I did you, and as I walk, I'd like to say I hope to reach you. But not then, luckily, because if I were to, you'd be too far away. And if I could hold you close, I know how you'd feel. My fingers would dance across your back, like my feet on the floors of dance parties never could. And I'd hold you close, and you'd feel warm, unlike the cold places we'll go, and not like the sweat halls we sleep in, with cold bodies wanting nothing but to come. Lying on a bed not big enough for two, I count the days until winter, as meaningless an act as the sprinklers outside my dorm, holding hands with the storm in the sky, giving grass water it does not need. That's one. Okay. This is called An Ode to Those. To the times when it was new, your hand on her waist, the silk dress, butterflies filled your fingertips, and liquor moved your shoes, dancing in a room full of bodies, each holding on to a heavenly moment of their own. But this was yours, as you moved and you swayed, and you threw your limbs in what was such new joy that everything there ever was seeped out of your pores. The clinging droplets of salt let go of your skin, left in a mist from your lungs and clung to the clouds. The corners of your smiles nearly cracked your skulls, and your lips pursed so high they nearly touched the moon. The stars gave themselves to us that night, as we gave ourselves to each other, only to be chewed up and spit out, then grind up to pieces and wholly consumed. And if the world slowed down for only a second, you could almost feel her on top of you giggling, and walking up to your door in sweet embrace. You can see it, but instead, gradually, like the sun rising only to set, like a hand that searches a wall on its way out before finally flicking the switch, the cycle is broken. The butterflies turn to black, their wings curl inwards and turn to dust, attempting to enter the earth, knowing that in death, there'll be something that is new. Thank you.
Thank you, Wyatt.
I think I'm gonna sit. If I should leave you, try to remember all the good times, warm days filled with sunshine, and just a little bit of rain, just a little bit of rain.
And if you look back, please try to forget all the bad times, lonely, blue, and sad times, and just a little bit of rain, just a little bit of rain. And if you look back, you know I'll remember all the good times, warm days filled with sunshine, and just a little bit of rain, just a little bit of rain. You're the one, you're my shining star. You're the one I've been waiting for. Let's fly away to some foreign country where nobody knows who we are. I wish I had a ship to sail the waters. I wish I had about $100, but I'll just stand with this glass in my hand, feeling like nothing even matters. Your words run through me like the blood in my veins. I could swear I knew your love before I knew your name, before I knew your name. Jesus. Every day I miss your smiling face. Every day I miss your smiling face. No one here could ever take your place. The sun can shine down over my town, but it never shines on my days. I told all the stars above, I'm gonna shower you in my love. I won't demand you, I'll try to understand you. My love is as free as a dove. Your words run through me like the blood in my veins. I could swear I knew your love before I knew your name, before I knew your name. You're the one, you're my shining star. You're the one I've been waiting for. To some foreign country where nobody knows who we are. All right, this is gonna be our last one. Days dissolving through my mind, I feel around and find you are no longer where you used to be. Escaping in the mist of memory. Images it was before you, blistered words and whispered lies for anyone. They're dead and gone, I'm moving on to you. Images of you appear, and though it seems you lead today, you're nearer now, more real. You are part of me. I'll count the days and keep their songs, accept the love you offer to surround me with, and anything you ask of me, I'll give. Thank you.
I met a young man who said he wanted to share a poem. I think we have time. Mariquez. Mariquez, are you here? Did he leave? I think he might have left. Oh, there he is. Mariquez. He's going to come up and share some spoken word that he knows by heart, I'm told. Where are you from, Mariquez? Mississippi, Mariquez. All the way live from Mississippi. You want to hold this, or you?
The name of this is called Who Am I? Who am I? Who am I? I feel like I've been trapped in a maze with no leadership. There is no captain on board, so who's supposed to lead the ship? In hell, the world is a jail, I feel. I've been ready for judgment, I still been looking for my appeal. No legal obligation, but I'm bonded to my people. My words could be knowledgeable, I'm thinking I should be a leader. A wise man should just start another sequel. With no scripture, no utensils to paint a picture, but my motion picture will have features. I am featuring in a feature. I'm trying to raise above nations. Mastermind with different obstacles with my loved ones, going out for different occasions. Persuading the rich to get a part of their foundation. Money's the root of all evil. I hope that's not the route I'm taking, but who's hating? Who's hating? Hatred should not be in a person's heart. But on the person's forehead, sometimes you can just see the mark of the beast from the dark. Nowadays, you ain't even got to wait to see the beast in the dark. The sun rise up, the world light up. I must reconstruct the difficult. The world I live in, I don't trust. People killing over money, that's a sin. So they killing over lust and greed like Malcolm X by any means, but I'm sure they mean well. Being broke is not an option. Neither throwing quarters down a wishing well. Not me here, only time will tell. If you love me, you will wish me well, because I'm sick out here. I'm feeling mentally ill. Striving for excellence and continue action depending on how I feel. I feel divided away from my element, so I'm not whole. Physically, I'm not healed. No paparazzi, but I'm still being exposed. Exposure through our culture, secret within the eyes, lies of the lens that our environment holds. But as long as the breath in my body, I'm still gonna take a scroll to another dimension. Let me get my mind out to psychological suspension. It is something I can't even mention. If I mention this demolition in my eyes, it will be exquisite. Dramatic catastrophe. Let it be ancient history. Probably have your subconscious probably wondering whatever got enemy. This just a new circle of life, new force of energy. My properties is to formulate new strategies. What you thought I didn't exist? What you thought I was a myth? A wild animal in the mist? As I arrive seasonal, but with a tropical mix. I am the fits in your residence. I am the ingredients in your medicine to hold you together within. Don't worry about being sabotaged or feeling victimized. I'm just assuming in your eyes, this is rated R. Viewer discretion is advised. Don't worry about throwing a tantrum. For the ones that couldn't believe, it'll be a natural anthem. They say great minds think the same. But how can you when you're in the opposite seat? I'm scoping your hobby at peak. How can you possibly think when I'm at a different obstacle reach? Obviously, I'm optimistic, but I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Consider this a disappearing point. Magic. And the name of that is Who Am I?
Oh, that was beautiful. That's your first time singing? He says that's his first time on stage singing. Big hand, Mariquez, Mississippi in the house. Down south, keep it fly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. So, all right, while you get set up, maybe I'll share quickly. I was inspired by Marika. Is this a quick one? Religious scholars chasing dollars. Sorry, I'll start over. Religious scholars chasing dollars, defending congregations of so-called sinners like trial lawyers, books and saints they idolize. Back in the day, great sages would philosophize. They discovered divine truths. Now in a trance, you simply follow rules. Calls to prayer sound to me like mere singing. True enlightenment is living with a deeper meaning. Following prophecies based on hallucinated visions, preaching one God while promoting divisions. You can't be well-versed in holy scriptures if you're living in fear of evil superstitions. No land can be holy when protected by military towers. A tribe is never lost when led by a higher power. Eden doesn't exist when only a few from the tree of knowledge devour. Speak well, think well, and you will be well. No fears or regrets when in the moment you dwell. Perennial prophecies written by humble men are the antithesis to hell. Thank you very much. Woo. Lauren, you ready?
Already all chipped up. Okay. This one's called Lonely Tonight. Okay. Honey, I came and I packed a line. Didn't want you to think I bring too much. To test my luck, I left me behind. Now I'm tired of trying to think I swallowed my pride
trying to see eye to eye, but there's no compromise. Now I'm lonely tonight. Baby, I feel pushed aside. No, that's where I carved my name, hoping you'd find a little you like. In that mirror I became, to think I swallowed my pride, trying to see eye to eye, but there's no compromise. I work alone. Hey, hey, yeah. Honey, is loving you worth the price? 'Cause if you can't love me all the way through, there's no point in wasting on you. Glad I'm lonely tonight. No point in wasting on you. Glad I'm lonely tonight. No point in wasting on you. Glad I'm lonely tonight. No point in wasting on you. Glad I'm lonely tonight. No point in wasting on you. Glad I'm lonely tonight. Okay, does anyone have a tuner? Jesus. I'm for real though. Anybody? Let's see if we can get flatter ground. Well, I could wait all day for this pain to dissipate, but you will still be the same, relying on your anger to get your way. Oh, it must be frustrating. I just need to trust my gut, get the fuck up and walk away. There's nothing here to save, and that's definitely not my place. 'Cause I could go insane asking what were the things I did wrong, but what would that change? You'd still be stuck in this cycle, beating this lifestyle. Our relationships claim to fame. I just need to trust my gut, get the fuck up and walk away. It's my fault if I stay. There's clearly nothing here that you want saved, and that's definitely not my place. You are a thing I can't control, but you don't get to choose my role in all of this. These are the things that I let go, and you're one of them. A relationship's a two-way street. It's now my fault if I don't leave. If I got my hand in the pot, I can take it when I want. 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 I just need to trust my gut, get the fuck up and walk away. It's my fault if I stay and participate. There's clearly nothing here that you want saved, and that's definitely not my place. That's not my place. Thanks, guys.
Another reason I realized that today is the first day of Leo. Okay, so the light, the humongous light of the universe is right here. And actually it is birthday of my dearest friend, Jeanette, that is she's sitting here. And I tell you why I'm saying that, because one of the most profound thing, the way I met with her in one of my hikes, which I had a lot in my mind and I had no idea which way I have to, which direction I have to take in my life. As I was coming down the hill, she was going up the hill. And she passed me, and a few steps after she passed me, she turned back and she told me, let it go, without knowing me. And I turned back to her, I said, what did you say? And that was the wonderful friendship started over 20 years ago. So coming back to the Leo, to the new bright light of the universe, the sun, the pure sun, which the essence of light and is essence of the creation. And coming, being in this place with all of you and with some of the poems that I heard, and most profound one for me, it was, who am I? So I was thinking of this poem. I called it, I called it New Year, but I'm reading it today because with everything that I said, let's look at it. It's a new year. It's a new light. Letting go and letting be. So with that, I would like to share this with you. A year is ending, and I am in this peaceful place. The horizon of new beginning arrives, and I am surrounded with beautiful friends. Life is full of grace, and the breath of generosity fills the air. At this moment of time, my thought goes through a journey of the year. How did I live my life? What did I present in my weeks and months? Every moment was guided with mother's love. Every second was supported with father's protection. My journey was full of peace. My moments were full of comfort. I was blessed with gratitude in my heart. Now, in the birth of this new beginning, I'm humbly asking the divine to have the opportunity to serve, to receive helping hand for support, to expand my wings to fly, to experience freedom and liberation.
All right. Well, hi, I'm Harlan. It's my friends, Lauren. Nick's can play some keys, and my dad, Ron, here. It's a song I wrote. Where you can build yourself a mountain Learn to the highest degree and still find yourself all alone. Got no one for company. What did I do? What did I do? A whole bunch of loving, never trying to. Your little smile was something that I'd always get to see, but I never change my ways, and that pretty face will escape me. What did I do? How did it end? Should have tried to be more of a friend. All right, Dan. Well, the only girl I can talk to is the same one who made me blue. But I never changed my ways, and that pretty face will escape me. What did I do? What did I do? A whole bunch of loving, never trying to. Well, now I'll build that mountain, and the windows won't ever close, so I can hear people laughing, but I can't get those sniffles out of my nose. What did I do? What did I do? No bunch of loving, I'll be thinking of you or something. Well, I'll always be thinking about you. Can you guys hear my guitar? I'm not sure how I'm doing here. Cool. Alright, well, I also play in a band called Truck Box with these guys, so we'll play a song from there. Can't be inside, you know I can't sleep when I'm running out on the street. Leave a city, no escape when I'm scared to be out late, and I don't feel alright in the sundown. but pull me over and see I'm in the pound. Gone for a minute, I'm alone for years. Disappearing is my only fear. But a path on my own side streets of my home, entertained by looking at the ground. Well, I won't lift my head, look what I found. And as soon as you call, I'll switch it. I hope that works, I can't fix it. I'll be there. I'll be there. When you close your mind away, I wanna love you and I can't say I'll be there. Oh, I'll be there. Can't love, live without it. Get by, forget about it, and it feels like got no soul. Until the other day I cried on a hard rock and roll, and I'll be there. Oh, I'll be there. Well, I'm just sitting here thinking about how I'm a man until you call me up and I'm a cane of span. Alright, thank you. My dad and I are going to play a song by the Lovin' Spoonful that we used to play a lot. My window faces the south. I'm almost halfway to heaven. Well, I'm never frowning or down at the mouth. My window faces the south. My window faces the south. I'm already so far from Swanee. Well, I'm never frowning or down at the mouth. My window faces the south. Come on. Faces the south. I'm almost halfway to heaven. Well, I'm never frowning or down at the mouth. My window faces the south. My window faces the south. I'm already so far from Swanee. Snow fields are falling and all I can see, those fields of cotton waving at me. rich girl, she drinks old pineapple juice, and the poor girl, she do quite the same. Well, my girl, she drinks old shoe polish. You know she gets drunk just the same. Well, I'll see you in the morning if I live. I'll see you in the morning if I don't get killed. Yes, and if I never no more see you again, I said you sure do remember me. Well, the rich girl loves to party, she loves to carry on, and the poor girl, she do quite the same. Well, my girl, she's happy to be just with me, you know, she loves me just the same. Well, I'll see you in the morning if I live. I'll see you in the morning if I don't get killed. Yes, and if I never no more see you again, I said you sure do remember me. With a rich girl, she'll hit you, she'll bop you with a stick, and the poor girl, she'll do quite the same. Well, my girl, she'll get a rusty razor and chase you around the town, you know she gets you just the same. Well, I'll see you in the morning if I live. I'll see you in the morning if I don't get killed. Yes, and if I never no more see you again, I said you sure do remember me. I said you sure do remember me.
Thank you. By the way, this is my dad is playing the guitar that I play now, but he handed down to me, and I've been playing it for a couple years, but that's his, and then there's divots in the frets, and it's been, you know, I don't know, it's cool. It's cool to get up and play and do this, you know. I play in my band because I learned from my dad, and yeah, glad to be doing this, so thank you.
Hey guys, nice to talk to you again. I'm Raz. It's been great performances so far. You can think about me as the ginger between the sashimis. I have a poem. I'm the palate cleanser. I have a poem for you. It's kind of about post-humanism, environmental post-humanism, and getting really fucking high with my best friend. And she's here tonight. This is called Sirens. I wrote it 3 years ago. Down the town, I can hear the fire brigade. Lights reflecting skies. Skies reflecting lights. Dopamine crackheads stuffing their next pipe. If this is the glorified city street, I don't want a part of it. At least when it's all said and done, we can look to the buildings that'll stand for no one. Rubble reduced to dust. And the windows so bright right now, soon they'll all be burnt out. And when they show our faces on the biggest screens, it won't make a difference. We've already posted our lives for the world to see. And I showed you my world, at least what I thought it was supposed to be. Around the block, there's a mystery. Why we sell our souls for amphetamines, chasing rushes that come naturally. So let's skip to the part where we're driving past the lake, shaking our heads at pictures we used to take, stepping out the shade into the sun, killing our brain cells until we're dumb. As long as it's it's with you, it's still fun. We can do it until we're 101 and our self-driving cars crash themselves after seeing the world's sad realities. But hey, we're still standing and we're trying to be healthy. And so the paramedics roll down the street the day that my age catches up to me. And when I go, as long as you're holding my hand, I'll be happy as I slowly turn to sand. Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Raz, thank you. Nights like tonight, I love this piece. I'll share with you. Long goodbyes without a lonely night, smiling chows to help you carry on. Under the sun, a little town, though from far away we all are one. We work so hard while drinking wine, we came to see, to fall in line, though with no regrets we chased the signs, and through simple meals we found the time to dine. Through childish fights, we formed the bonds we sought. We planted seeds which will not always sprout. Our efforts might not change the world. Be kind yet bold and leave a tale forever told. And may we be at eternal play. Listen to birds as they serenade, to not forget that through our dreams there is hope for a brighter day. You'll be on my mind, though out of sight. I will miss the most those childish fights. Save the long goodbyes and dry your eyes. For here in Venice, baby, there will always be just one more night. Thank you. Oh, yeah, baby.
Thank you guys for sticking around. Really appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to start us off with, if you've been here before, you've probably heard the song, actually.
Please, French girl, will you show me how to kiss? I'm sick of the American way. Please, French girl, will you show me what I'm missing? Show me, s'il vous plaît. Don't sail away from me, mon chéri. Don't sail away from me. Monsieur, your heart's tied up in boxes. I want to watch you unfold. Oh me, oh my, oh I won't survive if our story is left untold. So don't sail away from me, mon chéri. Don't sail away from me. Don't sail away from me. But if you leave, then meet me at the edge of the ocean and I'll try to understand. If you leave, then tell me what you need from me. myself, I'm sorry for the things I haven't done. I always run from the unknown. It follows me to oblivion. When you told me I'm not special, you probably were right. And when I find my pride is injured, why can't I just let it die? There always was a question that follows us, oblivious. Are we doomed to hate what we love? What we love? Are we human if we try? It's not enough to be alive and just survive. We're always sure, fuck me, there's so much more. And for such a thing of beauty, we're so cruelly designed. You don't blame the house that's haunted, so don't blame the human mind. It always does some damage that follows us, oblivious. Are we doomed to hate what we love? What we love? Are we human if we try? It's not enough to be alive and just survive. We're always sure. There's so much more. Well, I've tried to be brave, and I've tried to be strong, and I've tried to be wise, and I've tried to be young. I've tried to be brave, and I've tried to be strong, and I've tried to be wise, and I've tried to be young. Human, I'm human. I'm human.
Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you. I'll do one more. I'll do one more. Are you sure it's okay? Yeah. Okay. My name is Lola Rice.
You say you play me, but I don't believe it. Or you wouldn't hold me like you mean it. And all of this love that I give is gonna come back to me. All the love corazón cada día. Your sweetheart, your flame, baby. I'll be your liquor, so call me champagne. White Russians, I'm crushing, so pour away, but I'll stay in your veins. Oh, baby, I'll stay in your veins. And you'll be my habit, I'll be your pain. You'll be my muse, baby, I'll be insane for putting up with you and all your selfish ways. I can't help it, we're helpless, 'cause you'll never change. So I'll be your holiday.
Thank you guys. It's too late. What does Jacob say? Because he's the king. Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
You're coming back from New York City. Been a year since you've been gone. Pick my outfit out already. I'll put my favorite music on. So when you tell me about all the bands you've seen, I'll smile like a debutante and show my crooked teeth. Coming back from New York City, been a long and lonely year. Practice talking to myself into the mirror. And if I told you about all the boys I've seen, you're coming home from New York, and we both know what that means. And we both know what that means. Oh, we both know, and we both know what that means. Oh, I need a way to get away. My Charlie horse won't win this race. You push me back into the farthest corner of my brain. Why did you come back, babe? Why did you come back, babe? I've got an alien inside me. Oh, it's growing day by day. Tried to fight it, tried to hide, but it won't go away. And if I told you of this alien disease, well, you're coming home from New York, and we both know what that means. Oh, we both know, and we both know what that means. Oh, and we both know, oh, we both know what that means. It means, oh, I need a way to get away. My Charlie horse won't win this race. You push me back into the farthest corner of my brain. Why did you come back, babe? Why did you come back, babe? Why did you come back, babe?
was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you
My name
so
is
much.
Lola.
Thank you guys for coming. This was a beautiful night. Thank you. Community comes through communication. Get together, talk with each other. Neighbor in Farsi is hamsaya, which is ham is one, saya is shadow. So thank you guys for sharing your shadow with me. I love you all. Drive safe. Thank you. God bless. Peace.